Hello everyone and welcome. This is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com and I am really excited you're joining me today for I think it may be our last video for July's Paper Pumpkin Kit Alternatives. I love the card we're going to make. I had mentioned in the past that for some reason the Pacific Point is not inspiring. So I don't think we're going to be using that at all, that part of the kit through these videos. I mean, it happens. But we're going to be using some of the Fresh Freesia and some of the basic gray. So I am hoping you really enjoy this new alternative. And if you don't know what Paper Pumpkin Kit is, it is a Stampin' Up monthly subscription where you will get everything you need in a little box. And I always bring my box. It's right here. Ta-da! You will get everything you need to make the project, kind of blank in there, to make the projects that they've designed for you for that kit. Of course, we like to play with things, and so what we are doing here is just working on creating some alternatives with what's in the kit. A couple of things. The kit costs $23.50 and it includes shipping. So it's really a good investment, especially if you're starting stamping and card making and paper crafting. For once, they all bring a unique and exclusive stamp set for that kit. This is ours. I'll show it to you later, maybe. And it also always brings a stamping spot. So you will also be increasing the amount of colors that you have in your inks. I won't be using my stamping spots, although I like them very much. I save them for other for other moments. Sometimes when I have classes in the house or when I have my nieces and nephews and they want to play with inks, those are awesome for that. I will be using my regular stamping pad. And if you're new here, I want you to know that I try very hard to use only what's in the kit. And I do that because I don't want to assume that you have all these stuff or all these products to play with. If you do, by all means, go ahead and get creative and have a lot of fun with it. We're just going to be using what's in the kit, with the exception of my tools. So I call my tools my paper trimmer. If you've been here, you know that I absolutely love it and cannot live without it. I will be using scissors if I need. I will be using my take your pick, my bone folder, my own stamping blocks. Our kit brings a stamping block. It comes with your first Paper Pumpkin kit, but you will get one so you can use it. I will be using the ones that Stampin' Up sells, and let me bring them to you. For ones, these are much thicker. If you can tell, and so it's much more. It's not much more, it's easier to use, and I absolutely love it. And on top of that, they have it on different sizes and shapes, and so much easier to use with your just with your different stamps. What else do I bring? I will bring my own adhesive, and when I say that, it may be my Stampin' Seal Plus, it may be glue, it may be Artern tape. I may use dimensionals, which, by the way, the kit will bring whatever type of adhesive you will need in order to make the cards that they've planned for you. Most of the times the kit is about cards. There have been a couple of times when there's paper crafts, but I have to say most of the time it is cards that you will be receiving in your kit. And if you are interested in receiving our new catalogs, please send me an email at maria at mariascraftingcorner.com, and I would very gladly send you one or all our catalogs. At this point in time, we have our celebration catalog, which comes with all the free product. We have our new mini catalog, which has a lot of the holiday stamps in our annual catalog. So again, just send me an email and I will be glad to send those to you. Let's go to the crafting table. Okay, so I want to say this is our August paper pumpkin kit. You have until the 10th to get subscribed, so don't hesitate and follow the link below, and you can subscribe to it. I love sunflowers, so this is just up my alley. I absolutely love it. On top of that, this brings 2 of the stamping ink spots that I show you. I think one is yellow. Well, I think it's let me see what the name is. I think it's our Crush Curry one, or maybe our Mango Melody, and one is in Soft Suede, I believe. So you have 2 extra colors, and they also have a little freebie in it. So just don't hesitate. Go down below, hit that link, and get subscribed. You have until the 10th to do that. They all ship on the 11th, okay? And here is a little bit of a site of our celebration products. All these are free. Some of them are free with your $50 purchase. Some of them are free with your $100 purchase. Also, Stampin' Up has recently included new products in the celebration, and I don't have them right here. I don't know where I put them. Oh, I don't know. I don't have them here, but do go. I will link it below so you guys can go and check them out. There's some beautiful dies, some beautiful embossing folders, really worth it. Lastly, I want you guys to see that you can get some of your celebration products if you do what we call prepaid subscription. For your 3 prepaid subscription, you could get 1 free celebration item. For your 6-month subscription, you can get 2 free celebration item for $50, or 1 for $100. So again, you have options using your paper pumpkin kit to get new things, free things is what I'm trying to say. Finally, I have here, this is the instructions that come with the kit. So every kit will bring one. These are the cards that you would be making if you get to do the exact cards that come with the kit. As you can tell, there are gorgeous on their own. They do the instructions very, very detailed and self-explanatory, so super easy for you to go ahead and make them. And finally, I want to bring to your attention that these kit, just like any other of our kits, do coordinate with our Stampin' Up Colors, and this one will coordinate with Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Bermuda Bay, Fresh Freesia, Pacific Point, and Poppy Parade. Okay, so you could use, if you are a Stampin' Up or if you have many Stampin' Up products, you can probably use that to create your cards. Like I said before, I am only bringing a white cardstock in this case. This is 5.5 by 11. And we are going to score it. And why do I bring a big piece of cardstock? I bring a white piece of cardstock because, first of all, these are already cut in their specific way. So this is one of the card base, right? And so for this card we're going to make, we need a little bit more of the a bigger piece. And on top of that, I also like that because then I can use these to create part of the cards, or part of the decorations of the cards. So let's go ahead and start. We are going to start, we're going to align, and I'm looking at my cheat sheet, which I have on the other side today. We are going to align our long side, so our 11-inch side, and we are going to score at 1 3/4. I mean, yes, 1 3/4. I'm not lying to you, I'm sorry. Sometimes we're going to score. I always say put some extra strength in those scores. It just make it easier when you're folding, especially when you're making a front fold like this one. We're going to go to 3.5 and score again. We're going to go to 5 1/4 and score. And let's see, 5 1/4 and score. And finally, we are going to open our arm and we're going to score at 7. One of the many reasons I love this trimmer is because it has that extension arm and you can do tons of other projects, especially if you like it like scrapbooking and stuff like that. It goes all the way to 17 inches. It has a beautiful edge here that you can put your cardstock against, and so your stuff is straight. And it also has these clear view, and I like I've said before, I cannot live without it. So this is what we're going to start with. We are going to go ahead and fold. So I'll bring my bone folder and we are going to fold these, and this is going to go valley. We call them valley because it folds like this, and this one will be, I keep saying it wrong for some reason, mountain and valley. Okay, and then mountain again and valley. And that's how our card is going to look like. I've seen many people doing this kind of card. It's really, really nice. We're just burnishing those folds, those core lines, so the fold like really folds well and we don't struggle with it. Okay, so this is how the card is going to look like. We are going to cut another piece. Let me bring my white cardstock, and that one is going to be, let me see, oh, this works well. Okay, so this one's going to be 3, let me move this a tiny bit, 3 inches by 6. Okay, and this was a little bit bigger than 6, so we're going to go ahead and bring that little piece, and there we go. And this will be scored at 3. Okay, I really don't know if this card has a name. I have recently realized that most of the time they're called something funfold, so I'm just going to stick with funfold. We could probably call it like accordion funfold, since it has this kind of accordionish area. So this piece is going to go here. And so this is what you're going to have, but this, when you open, this is going to open together. It's going to be cute. You'll see. Now, let's cut our pieces. So I am using this one that I messed up. You know, you can tell I messed it up. It happens. And actually, I may not be using this one because it's a little bit dirty. Let's see if I can clean it with this. Oh, it's coming off fairly well. This is a glue eraser. I don't know if you guys have any one. If you don't, you need one. So I have it linked down below. Stampin' Up doesn't sell it, but Amazon does, and so you guys can go and check that. That is really, really amazing. I love it. And we are going to, maybe I won't use this one since it has the corners. I can create something with that. We are going to cut these. So what we're going to decorate, we're going to use these for decorations. Okay, and so we're going to do this one, and then the gray will be on the opposite side. Okay, these need to be, let me see, oops, let me go back a tiny bit. I'm sorry. Oh, I somehow got lost in my, okay, let's calculate it. It's fine. This is 1 3/4 and 5 1/2. I know that this is, let me show it to you here. This is 5 1/4. So we're not going to cut anything on this side. We are going to cut on this side, and I said it was 1 3/4. So we're going to go a whole quarter because this is a quarter, right? So it kind of has the same amount all around, and so we're going to go to 1 1/2, and we are going to cut. You guys know that I love the I don't know what happened to my little bloggy I was using. That's very not nice. Oh, I found it. My instructions are in my computer because I thought, oh, that's much better. That's going to work better. And guess what? It's not working as well as I thought. So this piece is going to go in here. And I'm just making sure that that calculation I made was okay. I am feeling, I don't know what you guys feel, but I am feeling that it needs that 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to use, this is, as you can tell, I've been playing with my kit for for a little bit. We're going to create, oops, let me see. We're going to create another one. So that this one is 5.5. So we're going to cut these at 5 3/8, and then we're going to cut this at, we said 1 3/4, so 1 5/8, and let's hope that makes it. Okay, I think it is working. Yes, I think it needs to take, I need to take a little bit of here. I'm going to take a 1/16, and I'm going to actually do it on the darker side. Okay, it's just a tiny bit. So it fits all together, and I do like it much better. What do you guys think? Yep, I think it needs that. So we already cut these two, the 5 3/8, and now we're going to cut these again to 1 5/8. Okay. And what I should have done, actually, I should have measured this in here. Sorry. Let's see if it fits. It fits well. Okay, so we have that measurement, right? Let's put that one there. And this one, as I told you guys, we took about, I think it's about a 1/16 of an inch, just so it fits better. But this one is, we had said 1.5, right? Okay. Well, I'm glad that this is bigger. I'm thinking this is going to be 1.5. Okay. I think I just ruined it. I messed that up. We'll use this for something else. We'll bring the little piece I have extra, thankfully, and this is 1.5. I was cutting at 1 1/4 for some reason. It happens. Let me bring this up. This perfectly matches there. You see that is on this side. It's kind of needs a little bit more for some reason. So we're going to cut another 16, and I am choosing the darker color. Okay. So we have those two pieces. Let me remove all those extra pieces before they get all confused. And now we're going to bring our basic gray. And we said this is, we're going to cut already that 1/8 of an inch. And this was, we need 1 5/8. We're going to cut 1. And we're going to have 1 5/8 again. Hopefully I don't mess it up. There it is. Okay, we have those two big ones. And we are going to cut together, let me bring my, we're going to cut a few pieces more in white, which are going to be the 1.5 by 5. I'm going to cut it already. No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry. We're going to cut at 1.5, like we've been doing, and I'm going to make 2 of them. Actually, let's finish all our pieces. 2, and I am going to bring just a piece to put in here to put our sentiment and to write. So that's going to be, this is 4, if I am not mistaken. Let's make sure. Yeah, so this is 4 by 5.5. So if we're going to mat it, which I am, let's use this one to help us. I am actually thinking I want this one. So we said 4, so that would say 4 7/8. We're cutting. Hopefully I am right. 4 7/8 works perfect, and that would be 5 3/8. Okay, So that will be our matting piece in here. And so we need, now we know, which with more accuracy, that's going to be 4 3/4, right? And I'm going to go here, almost there, by 5 1/4. And this is, obviously I missed that one. I'm going to align again, and we are going to cut again. Okay, there we go. So we have where to put our sentiment. And that's pretty much part of our card. Now, the other piece of our card that we're going to need is, I am going to bring these piece. So we need to decorate this, right? So I'm going to bring the Bermuda Bay cardstock, and we're going to make, so these are 3 by 3, so we're going to make this 2 7/8. I'm trying to figure out how to cut this in a way that we don't lose too much. I'm gonna go this way. So we're gonna go 3 7/8, right? I mean 2 7/8, sorry, and then we're going to cut 2 7/8. That would be our first. Oops, that's our first piece, and then we're going to use the other side because we have the score on here, and go to 2 7/8 and cut that. Okay, so that's what's going to be in here, and we need one last piece, and I sure hope I have enough of that white. I think I may not have enough of the white, so let me bring a little piece. I always have pieces all over. Okay, let me move that one out of the way. And this one, I want to make it a whole quarter, so not a 1/7. So we're going to go 2, that's 2 7/8. So it's 2 5/8. And I'm cutting it all the way, so it makes it easier. And then 2 5/8, right? Because this is a square, so we know. And 2 5/8. Okay, I think that's all the cutting we're doing for today. I sure hope so. I will have, as I always do, I will have those measurements linked below so you guys don't struggle and don't get all lost with all these measurements. But these two are going to go in here. Let me move that. I need to start moving away the pieces that I'm not going to be using. So these are going to go in here. These we're not using yet, that I'm aware of. And I think we're done. Yay, people! So let's start decorating this, right? So we have, oh, you know what? I forgot. I did forget to cut this too. These need to be cut at, so these are 5 1/2, 5 1/8, I think. Okay, and I cut them both together just to save a little bit of time. Sorry about that loud noise. But that's one of the big advantages we have with our trimmer, is our blades are super, super sharp and good. So we're going to start playing with this a little bit. So these two pieces, not this one, extra pieces, put them away, people, so you don't get confused like Maria does. Okay, so let's see, I think this is, I'm going to put this piece here, and I think this is the 2 pieces I need. Okay. I know I can be really confusing sometimes, and it always happens when I'm doing the paper pumpkin kit for some odd reason. Okay, so we have these 2 will go here, but I want to create some fun in these 2. So we're going to do our stamping. Let me bring some of the smaller size ones, and I am just going to I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and put some here, the little one here, maybe there, yeah, and maybe this one here. Maybe, no, I'll use that one there. Okay, so I'm going to use these 2 in here. You could also put one of, well, maybe not that one, but some of the smaller bottles, you can probably put them in here. And actually that's a really good idea, and put like this one, maybe not that, maybe this. Look at that, that's cute too. So it's a possibility. I'm just going to start with what I had in mind, and maybe we change ideas in the process. So I am going to grab a little bit of our Bermuda Bay and stamp. Okay, and I'm going to grab a little bit more and stamp off. And I have a different idea, so I'm stamping off, and I'm just going to make some here in another color. And I'm going to grab one extra one, stamp off again, and put it around here. Okay, so we have that perception of there's a lot of them all around, and I am using the full right there. Okay, so that's all we're going to do with it. No more. We're going to get our little, one of our tiny blocks, which I absolutely adore, that again, that they have different sizes. And we're just going to put our friend here. Okay, so this one is done. Now let's move to this one. Let me clean our stamp. Like I said many times, if you want to save your let me move all this stuff. You want to save or extend the life of your stamps, sorry, then you definitely need to clean them. So we are going to get this here, and we're going to just put it all over. So we are just playing around with it. But it's just creating some fun, kind of creating our own designer series paper, right? And I don't know if you see that it needs like some in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it well, dry it very well. I have a little rag in there, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of that first star, and I'm just going to go ahead and try to put it here. Then we're going to do the same, but putting it off a little bit, and that's it. Like, we're just playing, you know. I feel that there's a hole here and I need to fill it out. Okay, cleaning that stamp set again, the stamp, that's it. Oh my god, did you guys see that? I almost got myself. That was close. I don't think I did. Phew. Okay, so these two, we're gonna adhere these. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus, which, by the way, same as it always happens, is about to be done. So hopefully it holds up to today. We have glue and other adhesives we can use, but it's so funny that I think it always happens when I am doing the paper pumpkin kit. It's just funny. Or maybe that's the wrong perception, but that's what I feel. Okay, I got too excited there and got off the edge. The advantage of our Stampin' Seal Plus, you can just put it back on and no biggie, right? So back in here, we center as best as we can and we put it on. I am a slow crafter, and partially I'm a slow crafter because I'm messy. Let's start with that. I'm very messy. For some reason, when I craft, I am messy. I'm just making sure there's no ink in there. So we said this, we're going to go here. And we'll go in. Yeah, I was telling you guys, I am really messy when I craft. As you can tell, if you were to see the extent of my messiness, I think I will be a little bit ashamed. Making sure my big head is not there in your way. This is another half inch, another 1/8 of an inch. So that we'll do. And we're putting this one in here. Again, as center as best as you can. and go for it. Okay, so we have those two panels. The other two panels are these two panels, and we are going to put them like this and go ahead and glue. I am not going to put any decoration in here, just as is. I think that it's gorgeous. The paper itself, it's gorgeous, and the you know, it's partially embossed, and I'll show you here in a second what I mean. You see that, you can see like the waves in there. Let me remove that. So it's embossed, so it has a little something on its own. That's what I'm trying to say. But sometimes English like really fails me for some reason. I forget what I'm trying to say. So we're going to put these two here. Now, I do have a huge collection of all the little cutouts that the kit brings, and we may end up using one of the seagulls, maybe. That's a possibility. You guys know that when we're doing the paper pumpkin kit, we're really working together, and I have not defined completely what I'm doing or how I'm going to do it. So you guys, you and I are working right now in creating this card. Okay, so we have that. I am going to get the sentiment here, bring back these one. So no reason I'm going all the way there. Okay, and I am going to put it here in the corner. Okay, and let me see. I think I'm going to create some fun on, yeah, just on the lower part. Like that. Maybe one more, just like so. We are going to put now, though, the sentiment. And I want to go ahead and do that right now, because then we can glue this and that part will be done. Let's see, which one do I want? Sending good thoughts. I have not been able to use this one because it's on the bigger side, and I guess I've been doing smaller sentiments, so I always try in here, making sure that it is stamping well. And we are going to go ahead and stamp. We're going to go and try, I'm going to align it here towards the end, and my head is going to go, I see it there, but I told you guys I have a hard time stamping things straight, and I don't want to mess this up too much. And that's good enough. I think it helped that it's in the bottom, so I have the actual not only the bottom, the edge, but also the stars helped. And we're going to go ahead and try. I think what's going to be mostly the last of my Stampin' Seal class, and go ahead and get this going. We center the best that we can, and there we go. Okay, that is not very well centered. Whew, saved by 1 minute. Let me bring in this a little closer to my eyes. It looks like I need it a little bit closer. Okay, this is not working today. What is happening, Maria? Okay, let me see. Again. Third try's a charm, huh? Okay. Think we got it. More or less, give or take. Ah, it's done. How sad. I'm going to bring our Terra tape real quick. I'm not going to change the Stampin' Seal Plus because that takes time off unnecessarily on the video. But we're going to go ahead and put this one in here. As centered as we can. Obviously Maria's not doing very well today, but so hey, this is our card initially. Oops, off camera. Okay, so I'm going to move my Stampin' Seal Plus where it's not on the way. We're going to bring these two pieces, all of these two pieces. Here we go. Okay, just making sure I have them all. Now, this is the one that's going to go on the front. So on the front of this is going to go here, and I really want it to be spectacular, kind of. So I really want to put some of our, this is going to go on top of this. Let me see, like this, right? So I really want to put some of these, a little bit more of some of the red to just create some colorful, some like there. And I want one of my bottles maybe towards the side here. We're going to tie a knot in there, and you know what, I'm going to bring the one this fits the boat that comes in the stamp, and so that's what we're going to be doing. So let's bring back our stamp, our ink, not a stamp. I'm bringing the little boat, and we're going to stamp that inside our bottle. Okay, again, I may be in your camera view. I'm making it as best as I can. The boat, it doesn't matter if it's a little cricket, because you know it's probably going through waves, and so moving back and up and down, just making fun of myself. So we have that one, and then we're going to attach this one using our tape, tear and tape. I think I don't know why I can't talk today, but using it, I really like it. It's really strong, so it always brings I think it brings like an extra hold to your cards, so it's very useful for front folds. The reason I don't use it, and I've mentioned it before in my videos, it's because taking the backings takes some time, and so I just it just extends the video unnecessarily. We are going to bring here, I don't know if you guys can see this one. Probably when I pull it off, I did a very lousy job. I'm going to bring our glue. It's going on, let's see, and we're just going to glue. I'm going to focus on the middle, and this is why, because some of them is going to be like off the square. I was going to say circle. Like I've said many times, I do know my geometry is just sometimes the words don't come to my brain. So we're just doing mostly on the middle, and this one I want to be the guiding piece. I'm going to use this one instead of the big one, and I'm saving this for another project. And as you guys can tell, I want it underneath, so I should have probably glued that one first. My mistake. There you go, a little bit, like I want it underneath there, so we don't see the initial part of it, not the initial. I'm trying to figure out how to say it better, but so we don't see the little stump. Okay, I'm gonna put some glue in this area, same as I did before, towards the middle. Okay, and there it goes. So we have that. Now I'm going to bring my big bottle, and I am going to use this like so. Maybe that we actually, oh yeah, a tiny bit. Let me bring, I always have rags and papers, so I can clean when cleaning is needed. So this is going to be our little piece, and it's just gonna go up so, and it's going to offset some of these, and that's why I was telling you guys it does not need a whole lot. Well, maybe if I do it the right way, but like this. So it's gonna go like this, and so, and now I'm seeing that it needs to go a little bit further in because this is a bigger piece. Okay, thankfully all that's going to be covered. So I'm going to leave this for a second. I am thinking I want to put in here just a little bit of, I'm going back with my little seaweed here. I'm going to put 1, stamp off, 2, and 1 more, and 1 low. Okay, so we have just a little bit of decoration. Let's put this in. And I'm going to use, I don't want to use glue because it takes a little bit to dry. And let's go ahead and put this. So this is the first time I make this card. And so you guys are learning with my mistakes. So definitely it is important to put your square piece before decorating, especially if you're going to be using, like I am using, some extra stuff, some stuff that's going to be off the square. And so you will need to know exactly where to put that bottle, right? So it's not off the card. If it's off the card, it's fine, and you just use a bigger envelope, really. But I don't want it that way. So let's go ahead. So this one, it's the one that goes in the back. This is an 1/8, so be mindful that it's a little smaller. And let me bring this piece and we'll put it back in. Sorry about my mistake. I am glad though that we learned together, and that's the whole piece, right? And like I said, I've never made this card before, so learning curve. We always have a learning process. Okay, move this up a tiny bit. It has some glue still, so, but we're going to glue this as best as we can. Align it is what I meant to say, as best as we can, and there it goes. And this is going to go in like so. So let's bring our, and I'm going to use glue for this. So these will go in here, okay? And we're going to make sure I'm centering it with the card. Okay, so this is, let me, I can make it bigger. Okay, well, oh yes, I can. What am I saying, Maria? Okay, I'm going to make it a little bigger. So what I am going to do, and you see that this is off too, so I'm going to move this a tiny bit to see if it fits. It does not fit, I will cut some of that. And I am making sure that it is on the same, you know, that there's the same amount of space here, in here, on the top and on the bottom. I heard a long time ago, and I am not sure if this is true by the way, but I heard somebody saying that if you work in design, you will know that if you put it a little bit towards the top, it always is much better than putting it towards the bottom. So if you're not sure, hit towards the top. And what I'm doing here is I'm putting a big amount of glue, holding it, and then moving these like here, and still holding, right? Oh, our little friend is not seeing. We can try to get another one. That's so sad. I didn't calculate that. And we're going to do the exact same thing, putting some glue in here and post it. So I kept my hands on it all the time so it wouldn't move. And I know this is gluey, it shouldn't have been this way. I didn't plan that very well. Obviously, I'm very sorry for all that, but this is our card. Now, where is our piece? It's gonna go up here. Let's move back. I'm going to take this off and throw it away. I think that will do. Not too. That will do. That will do. Okay, I'm off camera. Of course, now the camera is. So this is all very gluey. So I'm going to bring my silicone craft sheet. I'm going to move it a tiny bit because I want it to be more, instead of so vertical, I want a little more, like a little bit of more inclination, I think is what the word I'm looking for. I don't really know. We are going to bring these, and this is where we're going to put our last little piece. And I'm going to bring, where is it? Here it is. Let me clean my stamp. I didn't clean it. We are going to bring this sentiment. I've used it a lot because I really like how it looks in the middle there. You can use some of the others and just do some masking. I just like this to go as is. And there it goes. See, super simple. Now we are going to bring some of the dimensionals, and I know you guys know that I use everything I have in my craft room, and our dimensionals have the advantage of having this edge, and I use it all the time because, you know, it's dimensionals in the end. Okay, we're gonna get this there to the corner, not corner because it's a circle, Maria. There's no corners in circle. We're going to put our wishing you all the best around here. And so we have, and we need to trim this, friends. So I'm going to be mindful of how I trim it. So that one, it's okay. I'm going to cut this one, like following that, so it looks part of it, like it's, you know, all part of it. And I'm going to trim this one as well, like so. So instead of just trimming it, we're trying to create the illusion that it's okay, that that this is the size of the actual piece, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, and so there you go. Let's move out that there. This is our card. I'm off camera. I know why I'm off camera. I'm off camera because it's too, I'm always a little bit far away or further away than I was. So this is our card. Let me know if you like it. I am going to, we still can do this, and I'm just going to make the most out of it. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and tie a little knot in here, make a little bow. I was thinking the other day that you can probably use this and create like a fisherman's net, and that should probably be very, very cute in one of the, you know, one of the bottles. Okay, there you go. Let me cut this a tiny bit, same as this one, and there we go. So there is still some gluing here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm going to make the most out of that leftover glue and just glue that. Okay, so this is the card we have today. This is today's alternative. There you go. And back. What do you guys think? I hope you enjoyed this alternative. I was thinking that you can probably put, I don't know, this is stained, but this one here, and that would look good. And you wouldn't need to do this because yours won't be stained. When I have boo-boos, I use my white pen. It's a white gel pen to correct them. And so we are going to do that here and put our friend there. Put some glue on it. And there you go. Okay. So what I did is I got one of the coral extra pieces, cut a tiny piece from it, and put them in here just to create some extra dimension. Now, in hindsight, if I would have planned this a little bit better, I could have used this big piece, let me bring it again, cut it in pieces, right? And then just stuck the little pieces around the bottle. And so, and that would have been probably, I think it would have been better, because then you could have some more control over where to put those pieces. As it is, I didn't do it, and so, like I said, this is the first time I make this fold, and I was very concentrated in making that fold right. But yeah, that's probably a good idea. Just in general. The other thing is, don't forget, you definitely need to put these middle piece before you start decorating, especially if you're going to have pieces that are going to be outside the square. If you're not, then it's fine, you don't need that, but at least that way you know that you're able to calculate where this piece or any piece needs to go. I was saying thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your support. Let me move back up. There I am. Like I said, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us here in YouTube a whole lot. If you like the general content of the channel, please subscribe to it, and do hit that notification bell, because that will let you know when I am live or when I am uploading videos. I am live every Tuesday. I upload the Paper Pumpkin Alternatives on Thursdays, and every so often I upload videos just from other cards that I am making, and I just created a video of it. I hope you like it and you like this alternative. If you need to send me an email, remember, if you have any doubts, Maria@mariascraftingcorner.com. I would love to sit down with you and talk about the card, or talk about Stampin' Up and becoming a demonstrator. If you want to become a demonstrator, you can do that this month. We are giving through the celebration this beautiful agenda. Let me go back again. This beautiful agenda. It's gorgeous. It's perfect. It brings stickers. It brings paper. It brings 3 of these. It even brings its own stamp set. So really, really good deal, I think. Let me know if you like the card, if you would like something else to be, for me to try to work on something else. If you've seen a We're Fan fold, just let me know where it's at, and I'll try to figure out how to make it for you. I think that's all for now. I really appreciate you guys being here. I know I said that a couple times now. But I really do. So have a really wonderful rest of your day or your evening, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.